Hello dear students, good morning to all of you. As we have started our fourth chapter, that is business services, in the previous class, and in the previous class we have already discussed the definition of business services, its types, and we were started the first type of business services, that is banking or banks. So when we have studied the meaning and definition of the bank, and thereafter we have started the functions of the commercial banks. So in the previous class, dear students, we have completed or we have studied the first primary function of the commercial bank. Today we will continue the primary function of the commercial bank, and thereafter we will learn about its secondary function or other functions. So the second primary function of the commercial bank is to provide loan, because bank is the place where money can be accepted as deposit and allowed for the withdrawal and providing loan, because this is the bank who are ready to help the required person by providing the loan, or the bank is the organization which can lend money to the people. So while providing loan, lending money with the help of money collected through various types of deposits, commercial banks lend finance to businessmen, farmers, and others. So this is the second main function of the commercial banks. Now, as we have studied about the function of the commercial banks as accepting deposits, there were various types of method which are used for accepting deposits. Now today we will learn about the terms of providing loan. So a commercial bank can provide loan in different way to its customers. So first is term loan. So term loan are those loans which are provided by the banks to their customers for a fixed period to purchase machinery, truck, scooter, houses, etc. It means simply we can say that house loan, car loan, equipments loan, these are a kind of, if the banks are providing these kinds of loan, these are known as terms loan or term loan. In this loan, the borrower repay the loan in monthly, quarterly, or half yearly annual installment. It means in monthly, quarterly, or half yearly or annual installments are going to be fixed by the bank with the consent of the customers or the borrowers, and they paid according to it. Now next kind of lending is, that is bank overdraft. Generally these facilities are provided by the banker only to those customers who are maintaining their current account. It means those customers who are running their own business and maintaining their own current account with the banks, they can take the permission to withdraw more money than the deposit in his account. But this facility is provided not to all the current account holder. Only those current account holder can be facilitated with this facility whose transactions are in perfect way, who are involved in continuous transaction, not sometime or very few time they are engaged in making the big transaction. Those customers who are making each and every day big transactions and their transaction positions are very good with the banks, they can use this facility. It means only the trustworthy customer of the bank can use this facility, but this facility is always allowed only for a small period of time. And if the bank is allowing to withdraw more money than the deposit, then on the excess withdrawal, the bank is charging such amount of interest on the over withdrawal by the customer. So next is, so dear students, in bank overdraft, bankers are allowing their customers to withdraw more amount than the deposit, where these facilities are going to be provided by the banker only to those customers who are trustworthy, whose transactions are well maintained with the banks, and this facility is provided only for a small period. And for this, bank is charging interest on the customers on their over withdrawn amount because it is also a kind of loan. Next is cash credit. Under this arrangement, bank advances cash loan up to a specific limit against current assets and other securities. It means after taking the grant on current assets or other securities, bank is providing advance cashes to other people so that they can perform their work. When the bank opens an account in the name of the borrower and allows him to withdraw the borrowed money from time to time subject to the sanctioned limit. Sanctioned limit means if the limit is given for 50,000, that limit is known as sanction limit. It means that borrower cannot use more cash amount than the 50,000 rupees. And on this amount, interest is also charged. It is just like also a kind of bank overdraft, but in bank overdraft, cash amount is not going to be fixed, cash amount is not going to be fixed, but here cash amount is going to be fixed. In bank overdraft, no security is allowed, but here current assets or other assets are used for the security of the cash withdrawal. Next is discounting of bill of exchange. So in the bill of exchange, under this, a bank gives money to its customer on the security of a bill of exchange before the expiry of the bill in the case of customers it needs. It means in this process of providing loan, a bank can exchange its bill of the customer where they have their account in their own account before the expiry period of the bill, and the customer can satisfy their needs through the exchange of the bill. And for this purpose and for these services which are going to be provided by the, suppose that X sold goods to Y and X has drawn a bill on Y. Now Y will pay after 2 or 3 months, but before that X can use this bill in the bank and they can get the amount from the bank if it is needed. And bank helps the bill by taking some charges. Now next function is, it means after studying the primary function, in which we have studied the two functions, that is accepting deposits and providing loans. Now we will move to the secondary function of the bank, and in this secondary function, first is agent function. As we know, today bank is facilitating the customers so or more and more so that they can attract the customer, they can collect the customers from the different way and promote the savings of the customers, or interest of saving in the customer. So first is collecting bills of exchange. As we have already discussed, that discounting of bills of exchange. In this case, banker plays a vital role if the customers who have their bills of exchange and who has to get their money with other customers after a certain time period, and if that customer does not have the sufficient time, if they are completely engaged, their bankers play the role of the agent for the collection of the amount of bills of exchange on its maturity period. Next is collecting dividend. So many times if the investors or the customers have invested their money in the company, in that sense, the company if the company is allowing interest, that interest or dividend is going to be collected by the bank. So it also creates a kind of comfortability, or it also provide a kind of comfortability to the customer. Next is buying and selling shares, debenture and other securities. Today we know that securities are going to be purchased through banks. It means if any securities are going to be sold in the market, if any shares or debentures are going to be sold in the market, if any customer wants to purchase it, they can purchase it only through banks, because bank provides the demat account, and through the demat account these securities can be purchased easily without going in the company, without going offline too. Next is payment of interest, insurance premium, etc. So many times, as we know that today we have the debit function in our account. If we are going to tick the debit function from our account automatically, we can select payment of insurance premium or other insurance or other interest or installment of the loan automatically. We are not going to deposit the amount of insurance premium in the insurance company. Automatically it is going to be deducted from our account and deposited in insurance company account by our name. So it is also a kind of agent function of the bank. Next is transferring the funds from one branch to other branch, or from one place to another place. Dear students, today we can send money in any part of the world by sitting at home or by sitting in our place. So today bank is providing the help, bank is providing the facility to transfer its amount at any part of the world where it is needed, where it is required. So bank can easily transfer our money in any part of the world, because this is also a kind of agent function. Now next is acting as an agent for representative while dealing with other bank and financial institution. Commercial bank performs the above function on behalf of and as per the instruction of its customer. It means so many times one commercial bank perform the role of agent in other commercial banks. So dear students, these were the secondary function of agent. Now the agent function of the bank is completed. Now second function of the bank is, that is general utility function. So in general utility function, it contains miscellaneous function of the bank, and that is first, it providing lockers for the safe custody of the jewelries and other valuable or antique pieces or antique things of the customer. Second is, it is giving references about the financial position of the customer. And third point is providing information to a customer about the credit worthiness of other customers. So many times if you are going to take loan, it depends on your credit worthiness, and due to this your rating is going to be provided by the banker, and you can be able to borrow loan from the bank the such amount. Next is supply various types of trade information useful to customers, and thereafter issuing letter of credit, pay order, bank draft, credit cards, and traveler's check to customer. And if the shares are going to be issued, the underwriting of issue of share and debenture, it means the commission on share and debenture purchase or sales, these are going to be transferred easily by the bank to the underwriter. And next is providing foreign exchange to importer and traveler going abroad. It means whenever any person is going to abroad, they need the foreign currency. So at that time bank plays the role to arrange the foreign exchange or foreign currencies for those people who are going abroad. Now dear students, we will learn about bank draft. Bank draft is a kind of cross check on which certain amount is written and which can be used at certain place but not by another place and another person, and it is issued in favor of some persons whose name are automatically given or indicated. Now next term is, it means in the bank draft, drawee is present and the payee can present the draft on the drawee banks at his place and collect the money. So in this term, if bank draft is going to be issued by the banker, it takes some charges that is known as commission for issuing bank draft. So these facilities are also going to be provided by the banks. Next is banker's check or pay order. So many times it is almost like a bank draft, and it refers to that bank draft which is payable within the town. It means in one town or within that particular town it is payable. It is not interstate or intertown. In other words, bank issue pay order or local purpose and issues bank draft for outstation transactions. So dear students, these were the basic functions, secondary functions of the banks. Today we will finish over here, and tomorrow we will start the electronic banking services or e-banking services. Till then, thank you.